Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a little while. I know we stopped streaming and I was gonna upload every week, but here we are. Anyway, today I wanted to go over a couple of things that I'm adding to Obby Creator this week, which I think you guys might find a little bit interesting, so let's get into it. Alright, so the main changes this week are going to be to do with moving parts. Now, there's a couple of additions that I'm adding that I think will be super interesting and will unlock a lot of potential within Obby Creator. So let me get into giving you an example. So, I'll be placing a moving part here. If any of you guys have seen the trust part, that's actually a Roblox issue. I don't know why that's happening. And what I want to happen is I want to be able to move from this starting point here to this ending point over here. So let me move this ending point. Here we are. Try and make sure it's in the right place. So usually at the moment, this is how you'd have a moving part. So you'd have it over there, here and there, and it would just keep moving like this. And if you want to get on it, obviously you step on it and you walk across, right? Pretty standard. In the case where you want someone to be able to step on a moving part and you want it to move over there as they step on there, at the moment it's pretty impossible. You'd have to do some like magic with moving time parts and like try and get things to sync up properly, and it's just a bit of a hassle. So what I've added, if you click on your moving part and you head into the properties screen, you go into behavior, you'll notice a little bit different. So we've got all of the normal stuff: stick, move time, reverse, offset, easing direction, easing style, but there's a new one: moving activation type. So by default it's set to continuous, and that just means that it's moving between the parts like this, pretty standard. If you click on it, you'll see there's three options. We've got button activated and we've got touch activated. Let me click on touch activated and you'll notice that the moving part now is just stuck in its starting position. And already, if I stand on this part, it moves across to its final position. And it moves back. And then I can get off. And so this is pretty useful if you want like an elevator or something that you want to move across when a player stands on it. Pretty useful. Obviously you could change a couple of these settings and it'll make it easier. So by default I like to put it on sigmoid, just feels like an easier way to move with that easing style. And then if you turn off reverse, that will mean that it will move there and stop over on this ending point here. So let's try it again. We step on it, starts moving nice and slowly, it finishes, we step off. And now it's staying in this position. And so then I go and do whatever I want to do, and when I want to come back, stand on it, back it moves. And there you go. So that's the first thing that I've kind of added to a moving part, the ability to step onto a moving part and have it kind of activate when you touch it. Pretty useful. Now by default it starts at its starting point, but if you change it to exponential or something, you'll notice when I stand on it, it goes really fast and then slows down. Maybe you want the opposite. Maybe you want it to start slow and then become fast, right? So if you change its easing direction, to false, then you'll first notice that it's now staying by default at its other point. That's not exactly what we want, but when we step on it, it does do the correct thing. It's slow and it speeds up, which is what we want, and I've made it do it again. But we don't want it to be starting over here, and so really to fix that is we just need to manually move and switch the ending points and the start point. And now, by default, we can step onto this part and it will ease slowly into the exponential thing here, and then we can step off it on the other side. Obviously, as you can see, there's no actual delay, so it's going again because I just touched it. Maybe that's something that I'll add in the future, like an option to add a delay there, but for now it's going to stay like this. You can make your own custom kind of delays with buttons, which I'll get onto now, because if you place down a button, previously there was a type of button activation, a button type, and we had make objects visible, we had reset push blocks, and make objects invisible. And then we had one called activate fading parts. Now previously this would only activate fading parts, but what I've done is I've changed it so that it's now just called activate parts. So it will activate just like normal. Oh, hang on, I forgot. I forgot to add it. Okay. It will activate fading parts just like before, as you can see. But this activate part option will now activate other parts like falling parts. So if I add in this falling part into the button, you can see it now activates the falling part. And if I have a moving part and I make it button activated, and I connect the moving part into this button, you'll notice when I press the button, the moving part starts moving. So you can now have moving parts that are actually able to move based on a button being pressed. So I can press the button and there it goes. So that's something that you can add now. You can have buttons activate moving parts, and you can have moving parts that are touch activated. The only thing that you can't have it do at the moment is to have a moving part stuck like this, and then when you touch a button to have it go back to being continuous, moving forward and back and whatever, and then you touch it again and maybe it stops in place. I'm not sure exactly how that would work behind the scenes, so I'm going to leave it like this for now, and we're not going to have that option yet. But maybe in the future I'll decide to add something, but you know, no promises. But I can definitely promise you that there is going to be this touch activated option where you can touch the moving part and it will move across. Oh my goodness. I guess that's an option. Now the thing is, it also works with spinning parts. So we put down a spin part, we changed the moving activation type to touch activated. And then when we step onto this part, it does a full spin. And we can jump off and then it stops again. And so yeah, there you go. Those are the changes that are coming to moving parts and spin parts. I hope that will allow a couple of new fun things to be made. I'm looking forward to see what you guys create. And obviously, as I said, maybe in the future I'll add some extra things to the parts. There's still a couple of things that I need to fix before this goes live tomorrow, but hopefully that will give you some ideas and some inspiration so you can get ready to using it over the weekend. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.